Security Ezekiel Chingoma then called on people to stop spreading fake news through social media. He also noted that some people fail to seek police intervention as they associate the men and women in uniform with politics.
It was rumored that some of the police officers belong to other parties. So I wanted to tell the people that they should not take politics into the security officers, because these officers are apolitical. And if we politicize the police, it will be bad for everyone, because these officers are here to protect everyone, whether you belong to the opposition, whether you belong to the ruling party. They are there to provide security to everyone.
Senior Group Commander of the area applauded the police for bringing to book all the cases that occurred in the area. She said all the cases are in no way the fault of police, as some killed themselves, while the other case was of a stepfather who killed a stepchild. She narrated that the other case involved a Form 2 pupil who was murdered on her way from studies. She said police investigations found that the student was killed by her uncle. Natenja police officer in charge, Assistant Commissioner of Police Beston Mangisa, said he is aware of the security concerns but assured the area of tight security.
There are a number of break-ins, just like everywhere. We have a number of break-ins, but not as serious as it has been said. There's a lot of exaggeration, but so far we have managed to arrest about 3 guys. One suspect was terrorizing Matinderia, so we arrested him and recovered a number of items.
The meeting brought together several stakeholders in the area, including traditional leaders, faith community, business operators, as well as education drivers. Paul Mlowoka, MBC, Lilongwe.
In a related development, Inspector General of the Malawi Police Service, Melin Yolam, has appealed for an end to violence against women in politics and acts of mob justice. Yolam made the appeal in Lilongwe during the launch of the police action to address violence against women in politics ahead of this year's general election. Details with our reporter, Foster Maulidi.
The Malawi Police Service Chief expressed disappointment with the rising cases of violence against women in politics ahead of the general elections and called for action to end the vice and other inhuman torture of the elderly and crime suspects. Yolam says human rights must be respected at all levels, regardless of one's political or religious affiliations, and assured of police commitment and professionalism in enforcing the law to put an end to the malpractice. She has since called for all Malawians to take responsibility in addressing the challenges for violence-free elections and peaceful nation.
Every one of us who is here has a responsibility to take this message to Malawians, that every one of us has a right. Let us respect those rights. Let us allow women to take part in the elections. Let us allow women to participate in other activities that are going to bring positive development to their lives. Malawi Police Service is ready to protect every Malawian. So whenever your rights have been violated, come to police, we are going to assist you.
The launch was held in conjunction with UN Women, which has assured total support for women in politics to achieve a desirable representation in parliament and other key positions. In his remarks, Traditional Authority Maliri, who represented the chiefs, held the police for the action plan and advised the other chiefs to be non-partisan in their operations, which is key to achieving free and fair elections. T.A. Maliri says he will summon all the chiefs not to participate in political gatherings of any political party which will be involved in violence and torture against women. This year's campaign has been launched under the theme Together in Addressing Violence Against Women in Elections and Politics. Foster Maulidi, MBC News, Lilongwe.
Minister of Labour Vitumbiko Mumba has assured people in the country that government will enforce the minimum wage of 75,000 kwacha per month. The minister made the assurance when he visited Mataifa Market in Mzuzu to appreciate some of the challenges workers at the market are facing. Chisomo Manda with the story.
Upon arrival, Engineer Vitumbiko Mumba was welcomed by a crowd of people who, upon hearing the rumor that the minister will visit Freedom Square Market, popularly known as Mataifa Market, flocked to the market. They told MBC that their coming was one way of showing support to Minister Mumba, who they described as freedom fighter for local Malawians. Speaking after visiting the market, Engineer Mumba said he will continue fighting for workers' rights as stipulated in the country's laws.
We called the employers, the chairman and his team for Mataifa, and they came to meet us at Grand Palace. We had a good meeting, and we understood why they are unable to meet the prescribed minimum wage of 75,000 per person per month. But at the same time, the law is the law. We have to stand by that, and me or anyone else cannot change that. So amongst their complaints, they said they built these shops with their own money, all right, which is a responsibility of the City Assembly, according to them. But also, there are no lights, no security, and they explain a lot of issues. So I came today as Minister of Labour in my capacity because we work with employers and employees. So we came to appreciate their ordeal here.
Reacting as to why people flocked to see him, Mumba said people have faith with the leadership of President Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera.
I didn't advertise this tour. You see, I'm alone here, no PS, no one else, because I took this as my personal initiative to just appreciate what is happening here. But to see all these people coming, it just shows that they love the government of Chakwera, and they love his ministers, and they love what the government is doing at the moment.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Labour, Engineer Vitumbiko Mumba, has personally donated 2.5 million Malawi kwacha for the installation of security lights at the market. Chisomo Manda, MBC News, Mzuzu.
One of the country's concerned citizens, Nixon Mzakwacha Gondwe of Rumpi, says President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera needs another mandate to rule the country following the impressive developments in his area. Speaking to MBC, Mzakwacha Gondwe cited major infrastructure developments such as the Rumpi-Nyika Road and the irrigation schemes being carried out in Belelo. He gives details to Grant Muhango.
Upon reaching the border to stamp my passport, I walked, Mozambique border and the Malawi border, the desert is a stone away. So I tried to walk to strengthen my legs. Upon seeing the odd immigration offices, I was very surprised, and I was advised to look to my left. It's where I found a state-of-the-art house called Immigration Now offices. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Upon reaching Rongwe, I first noticed the Biwi triangle there. It's the bypass road. I never thought Malawi could have that such a road. And upon reaching Rongwe, is it that bypass roads? That side area 30. So tinkering roads. Malawi never had that. Upon reaching Hamanga, my home Hamanga in TH Kuramayembe, I am overwhelmed and very surprised to see what Dr. Chakwera is doing there. Irrigation farming plants are there, excavators, bulldozers, they are excavating for irrigation farming. My fellow Malawians, Malawi has had presidents, but no one can match Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. I am talking not to flatter someone, but reality. Let Dr. Chakwera 2025-2030 continue and beyond.
Minister of Higher Education, Jesse Kabwila, has expressed satisfaction with how some public and private universities are delivering their services. Speaking in Blantyre after touring Malawi University of Science and Technology, MUST, Catholic University of Malawi and Kamuzu College of Health Sciences, Kabwila said during the visit she has seen that the institutions of higher learning are critical partners of government in the actualization of Malawi's development aspirations. We have a report by Geoffrey Chinawa.
The Minister of Higher Education started her inaugural tour of selected universities with a visit to the Malawi University of Science and Technology MUST in Tcholo district. At the university, the minister appreciated efforts the institution is putting in promotion of education standards through various innovations. From MUST, the minister proceeded to Catholic University of Malawi CUNIMA at Nguludi in Chirazuru, where she was also briefed on the institution's operations. At the institution, Kabwira commended the university for sticking to the standards of delivering quality education. The minister finished the tour with a visit to Kamuzu University of Health Sciences in Blantyre, where she also engaged with authorities of the institution.
I have seen that the universities are really generating knowledge on how we can do agriculture better, how we can do businesses better, how the medical field can get better. But much more of it, they are rewriting the narrative of the fact that Malawians can identify their problems, solve them, and do them for themselves. Most of the projects I have looked at are done under our own taxpayers' money, PSIP. Now, if we are able to put our own buildings, yes, we are struggling in terms of others being behind in terms of payment, but what is clear is very soon, the president will actually be opening these institutions. So I see, you know, when I go to Mubas and you actually see a tractor, the handheld, and it's just remaining a little bit for us to be able to do this. I think it is something that is very, very crucial.
In all the institutions, authorities praised President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera for creating the Ministry of Higher Education. Mark Malewa is the Vice Chancellor for the Kamuzu University of Health Sciences.
Timely and absolutely fantastic for the higher education institutions, because for once there's going to be a ministry purely focusing on higher education. So for us in higher education, we're excited and welcome the idea and welcome the new minister.
Meanwhile, the minister has called on the Higher Education Students' Loans and Grants Board to give out loans to all deserving students that will apply for the loan. The Malawi 2063 Development Aspirations emphasizes the importance of producing graduates who are employable and well-equipped to address the country's challenges. Jeffrey Chinawa, MBC News, Blantyre.
You are watching MBC News. A reminder of our top stories. Minister of Homeland Security Ezekiel Chingoma calls on the general public to desist from politicizing security matters in the country. The Ministry of Labour assures of the enforcement of government minimum wage of 75,000 kwacha per month. Government intensifies maize distribution to people in hunger-affected districts.
Kodi mukudziwa inu kuti matenda ambiri amene ankasautsa ndi kupha anthu ambiri kale anachepa, ndipo ena monga nthomba anatheratu kumene chifukwa cha katemera? Katemera ndi mwayi wathu opezekeratu opewera matenda ndi imfa zobwera ndi matenda amene katemera wake alipo. Ndi cholinga cha boma la Malawi kudzera mu nduna wa zaumoyo kupulumutsa anthu ku matenda popereka katemera osiyanasiyana.
Mphwayi ndi tsoka, tidziteteze ndi kutetezanso ana athu ku matenda. Tilandire katemera, moyo ndi mpamba, usamalireni.
Akupatsirani uthengawu ndi a nduna wa zaumoyo ndi thandizo lochokera ku bungwe la Gavi.
From the 28th of January 2025, the new MBC experience begins on MBC TV1, and love for MBC2 on the go flourish. Get connected on the following new channels. On DSTV, MBC TV1 is on 8, MBC2 on the go is on channel 269, and on Go TV, MBC TV1 is on channel 15, MBC2 on the go, channel 16. Enjoy.
Welcome back to MBC News. Government has intensified maize distribution to people in hunger-affected districts with an assurance that the availability of the commodity to ensure that nobody dies of starvation. Speaking at Chifunga in Neno during the distribution exercise to almost 2,000 people, Deputy Minister of Local Government, Unity and Culture, Joyce Chitsulo, said government is committed to reach out to hunger-stricken families in Neno, Mwanza and other districts affected by hunger. Blessings Kanache with details.
Neno is one of the districts in Malawi affected by hunger due to a El Niño-induced drought during the last growing season. Currently, government is distributing maize to 5.7 million Malawians affected by hunger, and Neno is not exceptional. Speaking at Chifunga Primary School in Chifi Mulauli's area in Neno, where she led in the distribution of maize to people from the area, Deputy Minister of Local Government, Unity and Culture, Joyce Chitsulo, commended President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera for ensuring that there is this distribution of relief maize to people affected by hunger.
Today we are witnessing the distribution of relief maize to 1,948 families from within Neno district, TA Mulauli to be specific. This is really good, bearing in mind that we have had, experienced dry spells since last year in this district. And for us this afternoon to be receiving this relief maize, it's a very good development, and we really want to thank the State President, Dr. Chakwera, for living to his word that no one is going to die of hunger. As you have seen, the situation here is very bad, and let me thank the government for considering that for the next for 6 months from October last year, people from this area and the whole of Neno district will be receiving relief maize, and I'm happy that today we are witnessing people receiving the maize.
Chitsulo also asked people to stop politicizing development projects but work with President Chakwera and his government to address the challenges facing the country. She also asked people in Neno and Mwanza to plant drought-resistant crops such as cassava and potatoes to avert another hunger this year due to prolonged dry spell.
I believe that development is our first priority, then politics later. That's why normally I always say ndali sitimaja, because if we focus much on politics, then we're not going to develop. We have seen even here at the place where maize has been distributed at Chifunga Primary School, school blocks being constructed. So that's development, and for today receiving maize is also part of development, because if people are not hungry, they will be able to participate in development. If you see all these school blocks being constructed, they take part, they contribute. Community contribution is there, so if they are hungry, they will not be able to participate in development. But since now they have been given food, I believe that they will be eagerly, looking forward to participating more in terms of development to assist government. So for me, I feel politics aside, we have to move on as a nation to develop our countries, our areas, our districts.
District Commissioner for Neno, Rosemary Nawasha, said the maize distribution exercise is progressing well.
The situation in Neno is very bad because people don't have food at this moment, and we were expecting that by this time they'll be eating some maize from the fields, but we had a drought that has burnt all the maize in the fields, so there was no hope at all. So the coming in of this relief maize, it's a big relief to the people, and they are happy that now they are going to have food in their homes.
And one of the beneficiaries, Flora Chentulo from Feremu village in the Chief Mulauli's area, said she is excited that government has come to her and her family's rescue.
I am so excited that my 5 children will eat. I am really grateful to what government has done. My children depend on school porridge and always come back home crying once they find their schoolmates have already eaten the school porridge. Now they'll eat at home.
Over 10,000 families affected by hunger in Neno have been receiving maize from government from October last year and will continue to receive maize up to March this year. Blessings Kanache, MBC News, Neno.
Malawi is said to be making progress in improving health status of its people. This has been revealed in Lilongwe during the launch of the 2024 Demographic and Healthy Survey. The survey, among other things, highlights that fertility rate has dropped from 6.7 to 3.4. Minister of Finance Simplex Chichorabanda said the survey is critical in helping government make informed decisions for economic growth of the country. Beatrice Mwape reports.
Among other key indicators, the launched Malawi Demographic and Health Survey of 2024 shows that fertility rate has dropped from 6.7 children per woman in 2000 to 3.7 by 2024. The report has shown that 68% of married women are using contraceptives. According to the survey, women of childbearing age accessing antenatal services from qualified health personnel has increased from 55% to 96% at present. Other key indicators also highlight that under-5 mortality rate has decreased from 234 per 100,000 to 48 per 100,000. Speaking at the launch, Minister of Finance Simplex Cholabanda said the report is critical in helping government make informed decisions.
It gives us accuracy in terms of data. This is very important to our ministry because it helps us in terms of planning. You cannot plan economically without data. We need to know exactly the statistics and data to help us come up with good plans and policy.
Commissioner of Statistics at the National Statistical Office, Shelton Kanyanda, says according to the indicators, Malawi is moving in the right direction, attributing the changes to vibrant programs implemented by Ministry of Health. Kanyanda says there is need for the country to address issues of overweight and increased fertility rates in rural areas.
We're also seeing other indicators that are doing fine in the urban but not doing fine in the rural areas. For instance, total fertility rate is quite high in the rural compared to the urban. So there may be some interventions to attendance. These affect the rate at which women reproduce. So these are some of the areas that I would say key messages should also be developed around that.
Meanwhile, UNFPA country representative Nelida Rodriguez has commended Malawi on the positives gained despite facing climate-related challenges and outbreaks. She has, however, stressed that existing gaps in key indicators should give Malawi a chance to relook at the challenges and find means to readdress them.
It will be good to understand what has been due to some emergencies that has happened and what are due to some planning and programming and the interventions that maybe the country needs to relook and to readdress.
This is the 60th time for Malawi to conduct a demographic and health survey since 1992. Beatrice Mwape, MBC News, Lilongwe.
A school construction project launched at Impatsa Primary School in Chief Tengani's area in Nsanje in September last year has been shifted to Muona in Nsanje North under Senior Chief Mlolo due to compensation demands from the chiefs. Commissioner for Disaster Management Affairs at Dodma, Charles Kalemba, says the chiefs and their subjects were demanding 120 million kwacha as the compensation for their project to proceed. Secret Sigula was there and she now reports.
This is Muona Primary School. The school was affected by Cyclone Freddy in 2023 due to the flooding of Tangadzi River close by. And because of the terrain of the area, slight rain disrupts classes since water fills the classes. It is for this reason that the classes are conducted at a makeshift site close to Admark Depot. It is alleged that chiefs and the Traditional Authority Ngani demanded compensation of 120 million kwacha, and because of that, Nsanje District Council moved the project to Muona Primary School, where chiefs and acting Senior Chief Mlolo welcomed the development and allocated free land after consulting their subjects. Commissioner for Disaster Management Affairs is Charles Kalemba.
As you know, we were supposed to have started in Patsa sometime back in September. But soon after the President had launched the project, we received a letter from the District Commissioner saying the Chief has reported that his people wants compensation of 120 million. Which was unattainable from us, but also the money that the Presidential Charity Initiative was not meant for compensation.
Commenting on the development, Acting Senior Chief Mlolo said her subjects have welcomed the school project, saying once completed, the school will promote education standards in the area. For his part, District Commissioner for Nsanje, Dominic Mandira, said as a council, they will strive to create a conducive learning environment for Mpatsa Primary School And he, however, appealed to traditional leaders and the traditional authority Tengani to identify free land where such a school could be built.
They wanted the council to pay the compensations. However, the council indicated that it had no money. So because land was not cleared at Impatsa, the council made a decision that we should request the Department of Disaster Management Affairs to move the project to Muona FP School here in Itie Mulolo. Because this school was also equally affected by Cyclone Freddy.
The construction of Muona Primary School is being financed by the Presidential Charity Initiative to the tune of 225 million kwacha. Both schools were affected by Cyclone Freddy in 2023. Secret Segura, MBC News, Fatima.
Well, Tim wraps up this edition of MBC News. A reminder of our top stories. Minister of Homeland Security Ezekiel Chingoma calls on the general public to desist from politicizing security matters in the country. The Ministry of Labour assures of the enforcement of government minimum wage of 75,000 kwacha per month. Government intensifies maize distribution to people in hunger-affected districts. Keep up to date with all our news on MBC digital platforms by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen, or get the latest news by subscribing to our SMS services by dialing *364#. You have been with me, Simeon Boyce, and our sign language interpreter tonight, or Savita Widima. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Hello and welcome. The rains are anticipated